All right, we are back from our break, and I have revealed the next chamber. The door has opened, and you guys.
Am I dead?
No, you're
Yeah.
fine. You did
Is there a
not get.
demon there?
You did not get hit by anything.
Is the
Uh,
golem coming?
you don't know yet because I haven't described the next room yet, and you guys technically haven't entered it yet. So
Yeah,
the
golem's more
room
interesting.
the room that you can see is it's a hemisphere about 50 feet high, 50 feet wide, give or take. Um, and the floor is slightly concave, so it has a very gentle slope down to the center and then back up on the far wall. And you can see on the far wall that there is another door very similar to what you've come through twice now. Although you're not close enough to see what there is on that door. The walls are dark black or off black kind of thing, maybe very dark gray, and the walls and up to the ceiling and everything like that are covered in more mosaics, but these are mosaics in kind of swirling colors of dark blue, light blue, brown, and red, all coming together to form round, spherical, or circular objects that are blues and greens, whites, things like that. Just kind of covering the whole chamber wall all over the place. No discernible pattern in how it's done. The elves in the party would say that it's more of an artistic thing as opposed to a anything that has specific meaning.
Oh,
Hmm.
this must be the creation of the worlds, or something,
Well,
or the crystal spheres, or something like that.
Interesting.
The
what did
room
we-
is lit. It's not as bright as the lights that you're carrying, but it's much brighter than the hallway that you were just in.
Braxon's going to look at the circular things to see if any of them looks like Radol.
All right, so you're entering the chamber.
Oh,
Yeah.
these
I'll
lights,
enter
are they
as well.
continual very far?
I'm sorry.
Are these lights continual very far?
You would say that they're about that brightness, whether it's that spell in particular.
I've got a scroll of that.
Right, but
Yeah.
like
Doesn't
you
mean
would
you
say
know
that it's similar. Whether it's that spell in particular, you couldn't say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Can
you
be
didn't see the
slightly
spell
different.
getting cast, so
Yeah, maybe.
is everyone going in? Braxon has already gone in.
Yeah, might as well.
Ockar said he was going as well.
Okay.
Yeldan's gonna wait till everyone enters, look behind him, and then enter the room while keeping an eye on the door.
Okay.
See if it closes behind us.
Leva looks for the golem and then
Hey.
walks in.
Hey, Lever, or Braxon, rather. You got one of those giant door wedges.
Got a couple of door wedges, but
It's not going to hold the door down. I was just making a joke.
no.
Also, especially considering that the floor is slightly concave, they probably wouldn't work all that well.
You should invest in a magical door wedge. Seems like
Yeah.
that seems like an item that you'd like.
He would have to get it
Maybe.
enchanted.
Are you saying that that item doesn't exist in the multiverse?
I am saying that if it does, it's very, very rare. So the easiest
Doesn't
way
it-
to get it done would be to manually enchant it. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
probably one of the few Tinker
You're
work.
better off. You're better. You know what you're better off with? An immovable rod.
Anyway, Braxon's going to go and look at the spheres on. They're on the walls, are they?
Yeah. Up to the
He's going
ceiling.
to go to see up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean,
He's going to have a look, see if any look like Radol or that icy planet that we were warned off of going towards, or the other one we landed on.
if they are, they're not clear enough to you, or maybe you're not familiar enough with the worlds in particular in question to know. You are not able to identify any particular worlds.
How's the
It's-
air in here?
Air's fine. It feels fresh. Smells clear, clean. Well, it doesn't there's no actual smell. Like there's no must. It's not
There's no
no
dust.
mildew. And yeah, that's actually a good point. There's no dust on the floors.
Oh, I wonder if there's
does-
a gelatinous cube of slime around. That's always fun.
Or slimes in general. Did the door close behind us?
The door is making no move to close, as far as you can tell.
Did the door further back close?
Nope.
Okay.
Can we see that far?
Not you can't see the door itself, but you can see out.
Like,
Yeah, you can see the sunlight.
You can no, there's no sunlight, but
the-
you can see the outline of the
oh yeah, it's
the
dark.
door.
You keep forgetting
Yeah.
about that.
Now, after everyone has come in, the armored figure does slowly enter the chamber after you, and once you're in the room, it stops about 10-15 feet inside the room.
Lafdul tries. Well, he would have tried talking to it as it's walking along.
It makes no response. It doesn't. The head doesn't turn. It seems to.
What if you
completely
tried to
ignore
impede its path slightly? Is it
Well,
just going
how-
to run me over?
it. How do you want to impede its path?
Just standing in front of it. If it's going to stamp on me, I'm going to dodge out the way.
He's Ord said once everyone comes in the room, she'd have
Yeah, I
to go back out.
know. But the thing is, he said that so quickly, I wasn't given chance to.
Well, I mean,
Interact with that.
if you want, I mean, you wouldn't have noticed it coming up the hallway behind you until you were already in the room. So if you want to go,
Yeah.
like, as soon as you notice it entering the room, if you want to go stand in front of it, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes around you.
Does it... oh. Goes up. Right. That's a very polite golem.
I do
I
rude to it.
Yeah, no, I say your master, whoever made you, is quite the person. Hopefully, it is a person.
Anyways, I'm gonna look around the room. What's on the door? The other door in the room.
Are you going to approach the door?
Yep.
Okay. The door seems to be completely smooth and featureless. It doesn't even have the circle. But as you get about 10 feet away from it, the stone of the door forms into a large pair of lips, and all of a sudden, booming through the chamber, you hear it speak. Now, Higgimus, it's speaking in Giff. Ockar and Braxon, you're hearing Common. Leva, Yeldan, and Lafdul, you're hearing Elvish.
Oh, does Leva know Elvish? Yeah.
I don't think so.
She doesn't.
So Leva doesn't actually know what it's saying.
That's funny because she's an elf, so it assumes she knows elf.
Okay.
So what is it saying?
So, the lips form and they speak. Stinging, shredding, borne on wind, the leavings of time and death, lifeless, the wasting of deterioration. All things become this in the end. And it goes silent. Seems to be waiting.
Question: can you put that in chat?
Yeah.
What did it
Is
say
anybody
again?
going to
Corporal?
tell?
I will read it off again, but no, I will not put it in chat because it's not giving you
Let's
text.
all write it down in case some of us.
Yeah.
All right,
Did
so you
everyone
guys,
hear
you guys ready to hear it again?
I'm
Yes.
going to start typing.
Stinging, shredding, borne on wind, the leavings of time and death. Lifeless, the wasting of deterioration. All things become this in the end.
Alright, yeah, no. I got the first part.
Could somebody translate for Leva, please?
Yeah, Yeldan will translate or whoever say it.
Yeah, so would laugh. All I got is the first bit.
I will
and
be
the
willing
last
to
one?
read it one more time.
That's
Space?
literally all. We got
And
the
I'll,
first.
I'll go a little bit more slowly.
For the heart of thinking.
Okay. One more time. Stinging, shredding, borne on wind, the leavings of time and death. Lifeless, the wasting of deterioration. All things become this in the end. It's pretty clear it's waiting for a response.
I got most of it this time. That's what I got. I missed out the third line.
I think I know the answer.
Okay, go ahead.
I will say this. You will have to basically turn to the door and speak loud and clear to it as your answer.
Okay.
So if you have an idea of what the answer is, you can discuss it amongst yourselves.
Okay, so Yeldan will just dust.
What? We're turning away from it, and we're
Yeah.
gonna discuss this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's like, okay, Yeldan's gonna say dust quietly and be like, I think the answer is dust.
What was the third line? Lifelessness of something or other?
That's probably right. Stinging, shredding, born on wind.
Mhm.
Dust
The
goes
leave-
around in the wind. The leavings of
leavings
time and death.
It's dust.
Dead things turn into dust.
All things are
things-
dust in the wind.
Oh no, all things become this in the end.
Yeah, they all.
Yeah.
Everything turns to dust.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds fair to me.
Okay, Braxon walks up to the big lips and says, dust. And waits to be eaten.
Okay. With that, the lips disappear, and the door opens.
Yay,
Good job,
job.
everyone.
Okay, so
Good job,
I
Yeldan.
may have missed it. What's on the walls?
What was the third line? Now that we've opened it.
Alright, hold on. Lifeless, the wasting of deterioration.
Ah, yeah, that would have been.
Wasting of.
Okay, so...
I posted it in Discord. How I heard it.
No, I need to write this down in my book as well, so I've got like a double meaning to try and get it.
Yeah, that's how I kind of heard it too.
I'm willing to, once you've solved it, I'm willing to post it, but I'll post it in Discord after.
Right.
The session.
Let's keep moving.
Okay, so the door opens and you enter a brightly lit hallway, or you see a brightly lit hallway. You didn't say that you were actually entering it, so I'm not going to assume.
Oh, I'll enter.
Well, hold on.
Hang
Let me
on.
finish describing it first. How's
Describing
that?
what it looks like, yeah.
Okay.
The hallway is, again, quite long. You can see... You can't estimate the full distance, but it is brightly lit all the way down. So certainly well enough to, get a good idea of what you're seeing. But it is quite long, and at a guess, it's at least as long as the first hallway, if not longer. The first about 10 feet or so is normal stone, but beyond that, you've got more mosaic tiles covering the floor and the walls. They are... You can see that you've got big wall panels about 10 feet wide, and in the floor there are 5 sets of mosaics, 2 feet wide across the floor, 10 feet long. So that's what you see initially in there, and I'm actually going to bring you over to another map in just a moment.
I just had a thought. We're in the eyesight, and we're dealing with puzzles related to the negative planes. Do you think in the hot side we'll be dealing with positive plane-related puzzles?
Probably.
Mm.
It's a good call.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Code's usually negative.
Yeah, that just kind of popped into my head, like, wait.
It's a good call. Interesting idea, Ockar. Keep that in mind.
At the moment, we've had
I'm
2
gonna
puzzles.
make a note of that.
Yeah, and dust is definitely a negative idea. All
Yeah.
things turn to
Well,
dust.
it's the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It may not be right, but it's an idea that pops into my head.
So, this is just a think of this as a representation, not a perfect to scale thing. All right. So I just want to get that out first. In part because the scale here is going to be slightly exaggerated. Because if you take a look at the squares, I have it just as squares. The squares are 2 feet wide, 5 feet long. So they're not actually squares. All right? You got that?
Right. The squares are rectangles.
Yeah, the squares should be rectangles. And since the corridor is 10 feet wide, these from here to here are the floors.
Oh! Yeah, hang on. I was down the bottom where it was all black.
Yeah, I
yeah,
was
sorry.
down the bottom.
I've had to scroll up the page.
Yeah, it's at the top. And this is just, again, this is all for figuring things out purposes, not, not to scale in anything like that. So don't think of this as realistic from what you'd actually be seeing. So these are on the floor. Let me actually switch to the ruler. So this is all the floor, and this is the wall.
And this is the other wall?
Yeah, and this is the other wall. So you're seeing a wall mosaic, 5 floor mosaics, and then another wall mosaic. And it's very, very long.
It just keeps on going like this.
Yeah, it's more than I've revealed right here because I didn't want to overwhelm you too much.
Okay.
So what you can see right now is there on this wall, and assume that again. This is this is where you came in up here at the top, so everything should be rotated 180 degrees. But again, this is just the way that I got it put in, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. So Braxon says, I think these represent different planes or something, and we have to stand on the ones that are the correct color.
Well, the
So
rainbow one obviously
So hold on.
represents
Let me describe
Alright.
what they actually look like, because again, this is all
Alright.
supposed to be. This is just representative, so that you can kind of work your way through it, as opposed to trying to do it all simply by voice. So you have on the wall over here. These are very similar to one of the panels that you had in the first hallway. They're all, blocky, 90-degree angle, whites, off-whites, grays, that sort of thing.
So this is a representation. Oh,
Then here, you've got swirled whites and grays, light shades, not dark shades. Right here, you've got matte black. This is matte
not
black.
glossy black.
No, this is not glossy black. It's matte black.
Right above.
vacuum.
Right here, you've got reds and dark reds in kind of a spiderweb pattern between blacks. Right here, you've got swirled blues and greens. And this over here are rainbow hues in various shapes and shades. And then finally over here, you've got clusters and swirls of blacks and grays. And there are some small dark red spots in there as well. But it does remind you of one of the panels that you saw out in the first corridor.
Got salt, ash, vacuum. What was this one again?
So spider webbing of reds and dark reds around black.
That could be magma.
Maybe, yeah. That one?
That one is swirled blues and greens.
Yeldan's gonna take a guess at the rainbow color one and say phlogiston. Point at it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
How do you
that's
spell that?
Just put flow.
Okay, that works too.
Flow with an F.
Well, what about the one before, blue and green? That could either be life based on the atmosphere of a planet, or
Maybe it could be many things. That's why I'm only labeling and the ones that we know for sure.
Or
I'm wondering if we're supposed to walk across specific colours of tiles to get to the other end.
The way I'm thinking is that these represent the elemental planes,
Mhm.
and
Negative.
the two walls. We're supposed to walk on the one that's a combination of what the two walls are. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
So we got
So,
salt on one
Old.
side.
The one that Yeldan's labeled salt, is that what we decided was salt on the first puzzle?
It does
First
remind
puzzle,
you
yeah.
of that, yes.
Negative.
The one on the right, was that one that we thought we saw before?
Yes.
Which one did we label that as before?
That you're gonna have to think of. If you say,
Remember?
does this remind me of specific thing, then I will say yes or no.
Oh, what one
It was
that?
Ash, wasn't it?
No, Ash. Maybe. Show you in that case. I'll move this one. That way.
No, because that Ash is supposed to be ice. So that could be Ash, the other one could be ice.
If you can see a few further down, and I can
know.
actually reveal more of the chamber because you've got fairly good. I mean, it's fairly bright. I just didn't want to overwhelm you.
Okay.
So if you want to ask of specific other ones, in order to try and narrow things down, I can do that.
Or it could be Steam, actually.
This one?
Yeah.
What does this one look like again?
So that one is swirled white and gray.
It should be Steam.
Yeah, Steam. Steam, good. Which would actually, if we were gonna go, if the way I would look at this is like, okay, we got two negative and negative. So if we cancel out the negative, we got fire and water. But I'm just guessing.
It could be air.
Remember, if anyone has proficiencies that they think might be related, they can ask me questions and then try rolling against their proficiencies.
Oh, the alchemy.
Or other proficiencies if they may or may not, if people have things that they think might be relevant. Certainly things that artistic related might be could be helpful.
I don't think reading lips would help.
They got tracking, weaponsmithing.
Maybe that
bows,
magic mouth should have been silent for you.
I don't know if my heraldry skill is going to be good with this.
Could religion help?
So, all right, let me be clear. Let me clarify a little bit more. You have to have an idea of how it would help. So,
Well,
like, you can
I
use it. Like, if you have an idea, you can use you can use proficiencies to confirm or not confirm something. Like if you have an idea, you can say, with my blank proficiency, do I think that this idea is correct? Roll, and then I'd say yes or no, kind of thing.
That's like how I did the spellcraft. When I wanted to know that item was magical or not.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use alchemy to see whether this is really steam or not?
Yeah, I will let you roll that one. But I'm not going to let you just roll for every single one. All right, you're not sure.
Yeah, that you did it on the one of the easiest.
Didn't work anyway.
Braxon
This-
wants to see if the colours mean anything in respect to flags used in signalling.
They definitely don't. You don't even need to roll for that.
What does
So no patterns, no obvious
this one
patterns.
look like?
Not
This
related
one
to signaling, no.
Okay.
Okay, so Alt,
Mhm.
for the second one down on the left, for the floor,
That one?
down right here, yeah. Does that remind me of fire?
It's swirled reds, oranges, and yellows, and yes, yeah, that seems like fire to you.
I was just
Can you
thinking,
describe the second one down here for me?
Okay, that one is clusters of actual metal pieces, tiles made of metal, as well as pieces in transparent colors. Leva, give me a proficiency check for alchemy again. There's something that you would know. You would probably know. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that while you don't remember all of the details about the para-elemental planes and the quasi-elemental planes and things like that, alchemy does make a point that you think of the elemental planes as sort of a globe, with the elemental planes forming the points, like east-west. Well, that wouldn't be east-west. 4 points along the circumference, and the top and bottom would be positive and negative energy, and all of the other planes make up the surface of this globe. And to a certain extent, they all come together in the center to make the prime material plane, where you are right now.
Okay.
And so you got the mixing of all the things along the edges.
got like this.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to draw using the tools on here what it looks like, because it's a globe. Not a circle, a globe.
Well, yeah, but I was just doing like a kind of representation, and then I can do this.
And yeah, you will have to walk down the corridor, so
Side view.
I will tell you that it seems pretty obvious that you need to walk on the proper tiles to get through the hallway.
Oh man.
Alt?
Mhm.
Can you describe that one there for me?
Sure. That one is swirled browns, yellows, and greenish yellows.
I just had a thought. Does Lafdul still have that detect traps thing?
No, that expired.
Okay, if we could,
I mean, he could still try to detect traps.
if you could
It's
maybe do that,
logically-
you could detect which tiles may be trapped and use that to guide us through.
I don't think we.
Because I imagine the wrong tiles will have a trap or a pressure
Yeah,
point.
it's that's really apparent, but I don't think.
And
I
only
think
the
it
wrong
would all be
ones-
trapped, so to speak. I don't think I would be able to tell the difference.
Also,
I
do
know
you
what
like
you're
my-
trying, but I don't think laughter would come to that conclusion.
Well, this is a thought I had that I'm mentioning to Lafdul.
Hmm.
I mean, you can
Okay.
look. I mean, you can.
Yeldan, I think that one there is Earth.
Which one?
This one here, does it give me the impression of Earth?
Uh,
Or what I would describe as Earth elemental?
Which one?
You're not sure of that.
I'm not sure of that.
But yeah,
Do
I'm
you want me to
mentioning this
reveal
idea
more
mine
of
to
the
Lafdul.
corridor so you can look over more
Yeah,
tiles? All right.
if you could.
Yep. All right.
Does it have the same color as that stone from the first trap?
No.
No. Okay.
It's more greenish yellow and
Then brown. Okay.
I mean, there's browns in them, but they're more of yellowy browns.
There we go.
Oh.
It's a long corridor, yeah.
What's this one look like?
Hold on, I'm still revealing.
Oh, good.
Oh, I
no.
apologize.
That's okay.
Yeah, it'll be really nice if we had a teleport spell.
All right.
I think I know which ones are planes of lightning.
Which one were you asking of Higgimus?
I'm sorry, I got lost. This one. This one
You
here that
have
looks
like
like a
a
bunch of
legend.
globes.
A
It
legend on the
looks
right.
like globes with blues and whites and greens.
Blues,
set
whites,
against
and greens.
set against
Like-
a dark black almost color.
Would that be life? I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
It's anything I can think of, anyway.
What does this one look like again?
Swirled blues and greens, and I will say that this one here is glossy black, as opposed
Glossy
to
black.
matte
That one's
black
black.
here.
Oh.
Negative. Yeah, there's a vacuum further up.
And this is glossy white.
Neg.
Kind of hard to say.
That must be
Okay.
that must be positive.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
ice, wasn't it?
No. The ice was
Oh, there's a-
off
yeah.
white.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Does this look off white?
That's
No,
whites
that's this
and
one.
pale blues in
That's ice.
streaks and clusters.
Is there anything that looks off white here?
Well, I mean they're
One that's already labeled salt.
Because I remember that the off white was ice.
No, it was salt.
It was,
not
it was
ice.
salt, because it was
Oh
a
wait,
negative.
yeah, it was salt. So is there like an off white that
Right
matches the one that we had?
Ockar.
Yeah.
Right
That's
there.
the off-white.
I have it
Okay.
labeled already. Look,
Okay.
if you look, I'm labeling them as we go. As
Well,
we figure them out.
I think this one here is lightning because that looks like a lightning bolt.
Well, what does it look like, Ald?
all right. So that's jagged yellows, light blues, and whites.
I think that one's lightning.
Okay.
All right, we'll go with lightning question. I'm not 100% on that one.
I'm not either.
I think this one here is mineral.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
I
I was
would have
thinking.
thought this one was mineral.
No, the way that Ald described this one made me think mineral.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Mineral. Because mineral
Wait.
is not just
What was that?
metals; it's also gemstones, and that's where the transparent part comes in.
I suppose the mineral is meant to represent substance.
Mineral is actually one of the para elemental planes, so maybe it's a quasi. I don't know.
Wait. What is fire
In-
positive? Wait. I'm trying to remember something. Is there something that's like a mix of fire and positive? Because I know that there's something
That'll
there.
be like the sun.
Radiance.
Radiance.
Yeah, radiance.
Do you think the rainbow might be radiance?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a phlogiston.
But I don't see anything else that could be radiance.
If everything else is planes, then that will be a plane as well. And phlogiston is part of the material plane.
Yeah, so I think that the rainbow might be radiance, but I'm not sure.
Alt, does this one right here remind me of what I would just consider air?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Air.
I get the feeling I've seen these pictures before. I don't know why.
It's
I
because
Google
I'm part of
searched.
actual pictures.
Yeah, I mean I like Google searched things and then
Oh.
kind of like faded them out and manipulated them a bit to try and fit into this thing. So yeah, you
Alt,
may have seen some. Yeah.
would this one here remind me of Earth?
Let me see.
Water.
You're not really sure.
Okay. What could you describe it to me again?
Yeah. All right. So that one is clusters and swirls of yellows, grays, and browns.
Yellows, grays,
Which,
and browns.
now that you're looking at it, seems similar to what you saw in the first corridor.
Sand.
It's similar to the sand one?
What we figured was sand.
That seems reasonable.
Okay.
Is there like what is a mix between water and earth? Is that mud? Is there a plane of mud?
Water and earth.
Oh.
Crap. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I
Crap's
know what
fine.
you mean.
Crap's fine.
Clay? No, not clay. It's more swashy than that.
Well, whatever that is, I think that's what this might be.
Mud might be it.
Goo? Is it goo? No, it's not goo.
It's
Well, to a certain extent, it doesn't matter what the name is, as long as you think you know what it represents.
I think this might be water and earth.
What does it look like? Wait, you gotta ask.
Yeah,
it
no,
all
no.
to
Yeah.
describe it.
I have described it, but that's fine. I don't mind giving it again.
Yeah.
That is
Can you
swirled
give it
brown.
again?
Yeah, swirled browns, yellows, and greenish yellows.
I think it might be water and earth, whatever that plane's called.
Is it water and earth meant to be poison? Yeah, I'm thinking of another game.
Pudding. No, not pudding.
This one.
I mean, you can
The-
always, to a certain. I mean, like figuring out what all the other stuff down the corridor is.
Narrows.
It,
Down.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily help you figure out where you need to step right away.
No,
Oh.
but it helps us in the future because I'm pretty sure we need to stand on this for the first one.
Why is
Because
that?
it's salt and ash. Take away the negative aspect of it because they're both negative. That makes it fire and water. Steam.
Yeah. But wait. No, that doesn't work for the second one if rainbow's radiance, because then that would be negative and positive.
Which might be the prime material plane.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what this one represents right here. The one with all the planets.
It might, yeah.
Not material.
No, the prime material plane.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna call it prime plane.
What does this one look like?
Hold on, let me see. Okay, that one is clustered browns and grays.
Browns and grays. Browns and grays.
Earth. We don't think we've got an earth.
Nope.
I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
because
it's
it's
a question
fire and
mark.
there's. Yeah.
Well,
And we don't have a water yet. So maybe the green and blue could be water.
yeah, I don't see anything else here that's obviously water.
Be a water question mark because I don't think it's certain. It's most likely is water though.
Yeah.
You might want to ping the one that you're talking about, so that, or you can put the label in too. I mean, okay.
Yeah, you just go. You go to the
No,
drawing.
I think he knows.
Go to text.
So,
I don't think this one is vacuum.
Which one?
Why?
The one that's
This one.
labeled.
but it's
That-
matte
that's-
black, and matte black was vacuum earlier.
No.
Well, it's either negative or vacuum.
Well,
So-
because this is salt, and this is ash.
I'm going
in
to
between-
try. I'm going to try
Let him
something.
finish.
Let him finish,
I
please.
think I.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish. Hold on. Go ahead, Braxon.
Yeah.
This is salt, and this is ash. And in between salt and ash is negative energy.
Hmm. But the thing is this one is the glossy black down here.
Yeah, well then that could be vacuum then.
No, because why would they switch it all of a sudden? They would keep to the same theme.
Oh. Okay. So, can I try something?
Yeah. What do you want to try?
I think that the answer for this first one is Steam, and I want to try to step onto it to see what happens.
Oh,
You guys
I want to
back
step
up.
back.
Oh, give.
You guys move back. I want
What's
to
your
test
reasoning?
this because I think that what Yeldan said earlier was right. You go with the one that has a representative from both salt and ash in there, and that's steam if you take away the negatives, because that leaves you with fire and water.
Steam's in between water and positive energy, though.
Wait,
I'm
what?
not convinced by that, actually.
Well, he said he's doing it. No one said
Yeah.
they stopped him doing it.
Yeah, I'm not going to
So-
stop you doing it, but I'm not convinced by it.
Well, I mean,
Well, I'm
someone's
still
got to
gonna
try
try.
it at some point. So
I'm
if
going to
he's
try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
You guys back up, just in case.
You mean you'll disappear from reality?
Maybe.
well, I mean, you don't know what the effect is. So, all right.
Well, I'm gonna try it.
Okay, so Ockar steps forward. Keep in mind that again, these are 2 feet wide, so there's not a whole lot of space there, but it is enough for you to stand. And Higgimus, when it comes time for you to move through, you'll basically be standing like sideways, kind of thing, because you're a little bit wider than 2 feet. All right, so Ockar moves forward, confidently feeling that this is the proper answer, and he steps on this tile. Superheated steam suddenly appears around him, and he suffers 1 point of damage.
Well, that was wrong.
There's only
Was
1
it?
point damage. What happens
So-
if you
All
step
right,
on the
we can
vacuum?
kind of
You
find
lose
out
an
what
arm?
these things
Oh
are
god,
now.
so these hit you with the element.
All right,
Yes.
in that case, I'm going to step on this one.
Okay.
Find out what this is.
All right. And in the space that you stand, you step forward, and you are instantly pummeled by a great force of water that instantly disappears. You take 2 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay, so that is
Oh.
water.
It might be getting stronger each time you fail.
Yeah.
Braxon's gonna hop onto this.
Oh.
Nobody hop onto the back. Oh god, no.
So the thing is, if you die on the vacuum, that means you disappear because it's the vacuum.
I think that's the correct one.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Braxon says, "Hey, I was right."
Real quick,
Nothing happens.
I'm going to find out what this one is right here.
Okay. You step forward onto that, and nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh, because we figured it out.
All right, that means we can all step forward. Close
Okay.
anyway.
So I got a question. This is 2 tiles wide, right?
Yeah, the 2
map?
feet wide.
So, no, I meant like down. It's
10
tiles
feet wide.
on the map.
If
No.
we might,
So these represent 2 feet wide, 10 feet long.
What I meant is like, both of these two on this is the same, correct?
yeah,
Okay, so why was vacuum right? We have
Yeah.
to figure that out before we keep going.
because it was.
It's because it's not vacuum, because it's
yeah, it must
negative
be
energy.
negative. It must be negative because
So we've got the 2 backwards.
I don't think so.
All right,
Why
well,
would
what
they
do you guys
change
think
it?
the swirly is?
I think it's the I think it's the phlogiston because it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I don't really think it's that.
I think it may be radiance, but that's just a guess.
Radiant? Okay, so what is radiant and ash? Fire.
Probably.
Step right there.
Okay.
You got
You
fire resist,
step
right?
right there, Higgimus, and nothing happens.
How do you
Okay.
spell radiant?
Oh yeah, so it was radiant.
Just put rad. All right, so what is?
it's
I'm gonna
rad.
guess that's okay. That's water and
Vacuum?
Yeah, water
Vacuum.
and vacuum.
I'm just gonna swap these around.
Water and vacuum. So vacuum is Vacuum
Well, no,
is
aren't these?
vacuum is air and negative. If
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas water, it can't be water. It might not be water.
Why can't it be water?
Water is what hit me in the first place.
Oh,
yeah, water hit you, so it has to be water.
That's water, and we think that is vacuum.
Could the answer be salt?
Oh, that would be the fourth one across, the one
I don't think.
beneath.
I think that would be negative energy is in between vacuum and well, there's salt too. I don't think they're next to each other.
No, wait. Why did you? Oh, so that's negative, and that's vacuum. But I thought the map blat was vacuum. Whatever.
Well, Braxon thought those were round the other way, and he didn't die.
Hey, Braxon,
Mm-hmm.
could you find out what this one is?
That one.
You're asking him to step on it?
No, actually, I wouldn't do that. I would do it myself.
Yeah, subordinate.
I'm gonna find out what this one is.
All right. So you step forward, and you are pummeled by an intense force that instantly appears around you of some kind of liquidy earth mud-like substance.
Mud.
I knew it.
And you take 10 points of damage.
Yeah, it's getting stronger every further we get.
I'm casting Cure Light Wounds on him.
So,
Try not to
do we
feel
know?
too much, guys.
Do we know what this thing is?
It's water.
Water. Hang on, let me think.
That's either negative or vacuum. I'm thinking it's negative.
All right, real fast. Lafdul cast Cure Light Wounds on Higgimus, and magic resistance did not apply, so you are healed for that 5.
Okay.
I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to step here on salt.
Yep, I think you're right.
You're fine.
It is salt.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
I knew it!
Okay, I'm just gonna move the labels forward of what we know as we go down the map.
You can just scroll up.
So this one is
Mineral and ash.
Mineral and ash. Well, mineral was wait, did we ever figure out what is mineral? What is mineral?
Mineral is, I think it's fire
Positive.
and earth.
No,
that's
it's positive and earth, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
might be
that's
right.
positive in earth, and that's negative in fire. So I think this one's be magma.
Or fire.
I think it's magma. Because I think the negative and the positive cancel each other out. Then you got fire and earth, which make magma.
Good call.
I'm going to step on magma.
I'm not sure it's mineral and ash.
All right. Ockar steps forward carefully, gingerly, and he's fine.
I knew it!
Yep. Yep, it is ash. All right.
Sand and lightning. Or at least I think that's lightning.
Hey, do we want to take a risk to confirm what we think we know?
I got hurt pretty bad last time.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not going to be able to recover the life if we get into a proper fight.
Hang on. What have we got this time?
We've got sand and lightning.
Sand and lightning.
Lightning is question mark because we're not sure on that.
It seems like it would be.
I don't
actually.
think sand is an actual thing.
Well,
sand's a negative earth.
Yeah, we know it as. I could label it. It's just a
Dust.
combination.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it might be
yeah,
dust.
the negative earth was dust.
Oh, it could be dust. Yeah, I can change it to dust.
Dust and what's
I
this
think
other one?
this-
Lightning?
I think lightning is air and something, but what that something is, I'm not sure.
Air and positive, I believe. I think.
So that would be so positive and negative would cancel each other out again, and then we would have air and earth.
What does this one look like again?
That one is kind of jagged, branching streaks of yellows, light blues, and whites.
You'd get the material plane if you mixed opposites.
Then I'll try to step on the prime material plane.
You're fine.
Okay, it's a prime material plane.
Good job.
Okka's actually doing really good.
Yeah, some of us are better at some puzzles.
I'm just. It's just.
I mean,
math.
if I had the chart in front of me and I knew where everything was,
I'm doing.
I could
I'm
figure
doing
these
math
out,
in my.
but
I'm
just
doing.
not.
The way I'm doing this is that I'm applying this as math.
No,
Alright.
it is. It's a logical deduction, but I
What
can
does
only.
this one look like? I think that's the one we classified as Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Steam. So
You notice how I'm
Steam and
moving
negative.
labels ahead? So we
Steam
can.
and negative. Well, Steam was.
Steam is water and positive.
So that means that. Oh. We may have hit an issue. Because I don't see water anywhere.
Well, if that is what we
Ice.
thought it was before, well, what do we think that was before? We
We
thought
know
that
Steam
was
is
You
Steam
swapped
because
vacuum and negative recently.
Yeah.
so vacuum.
Yeah, that vacuum.
Vacuum
That's
is
negative in
air.
air.
Air and negative.
I'm gonna step on ice.
You're fine.
Okay, cool. So mineral and dust. It's
Okay,
gotta be
mineral
earth.
is earth.
lightning.
I'm gonna step on this one if we think it's earth.
Oh, okay.
You are fine.
You slow down a
Good
bit.
job, Ockar. All right,
Well,
so you
there's
have
that having blind faith, but he's a
magma.
paladin, so.
I'm
Yeah,
a
I mean-
paladin.
Yeah, he's going on
Kind of
faith here.
fits his
Like,
ethos.
Okay,
So that's
magma is
magma.
earth
Get
and
extra
fire.
XP for this.
It's magma and mud.
oh, I'm totaling up XP for solve puzzles. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's magma is earth and fire.
We don't know what this one is, or this one. Those are
I
two new ones.
I think this one might
One
be
of
smoke.
them's
What's
of
this one again?
Oh, ooze. Ooze is the one between water
Right.
and earth. I kept
This
on
one.
trying to.
This one's vacuum.
yeah. I always thought it was poison. Something not used poison slime.
So I'm
No,
thinking
kind of
this
similar.
one is smoke and this one is air.
Yeah, but what's the difference between smoke and steam?
Smoke is
Negative versus positive or something.
no. Air and fire.
Yeah, air and fire. So
We have
and
air
ooze is
and
Oh yeah.
smoke.
ooze
Yeah.
is water and earth, and smoke, magma is earth and fire.
What is this again? I don't think we've labeled that
So
one.
then we
So
have
that
to
was earth.
take
Are you-
Yeah, because magma
earth
is
and
hot
fire,
earth.
water and earth. That leaves us with water and fire, but we don't have a. Or maybe we're
Earth
getting rid of the
label.
other two things. The water and fire cancel each other out, and we're left with earth. I'm gonna step on earth.
You're fine.
Damn, I'm doing much better than I thought I would.
No. Water and fire opposite each other.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
That's
cancel
right.
each other out, and what you left with is the one you stand on.
Mineral and smoke. Mineral is positive,
And
It's
earth.
positive and earth.
and the other one is
You said that
Earth.
smoke.
Fire and
fire and air. So that means that it's got to be radiance.
So
You're fine.
earth
Okay.
positive.
yeah, I'm
left-
at this point, I'm just letting Arca figure it out.
Positive.
Lafdul should be
Work
writing
out
this
the team.
sequence down in his book.
I'm not. I can't write this. That is way too
I
much to
think
write down.
this one is positive and water. I think
I
it's
could-
got to be steam.
I would summarize it as a elemental puzzle.
Which one's steam again?
Lafdul, we may have to come back
Yes.
here.
Somebody move. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna move to here. This one's. I think it's this one.
Lafdul,
I'm
we may
gonna
have to
stop
come back.
bothering with these.
I just see this as like addition puzzles where you take one and you add it to the other.
Okay, so Ockar, you step forward onto that, and you are fine.
Okay, we got mineral and lightning question mark.
Yeah. So
Lightning's
these both
air
have positive.
Positive.
And I think
mineral
it's.
is
I think
earth
we
and
step here
positive.
because I think that the positives combine and the earth and air cancel each other out.
Okay, so you're stepping there.
Yeah.
You are fine.
Cool. Water and earth. That's gotta be here. Gotta be used.
I'm describing this room as elemental deduction,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
And we got
You step
salt
onto that tile,
already.
and you are fine.
Okay, so radiance and that one was salt?
Yeah, salt. Salt is
Water and negative and fire and positive. So it's gotta be fire and water. But I don't see.
It might be.
so this is negative air
Wait.
or
It
negative
could be.
water.
Oh, it's the prematerial plane.
Okay.
Because everything cancels out.
All right. You are fine.
Okay. That is
Ice and magma.
Ice and magma. So
Then
that's
we got water and positive.
So Ockar's gonna get a lot of
ice is
XP for this.
water and air.
water and air and fire and earth. That's gotta be prime-material.
Yeah, Ockar's solving them before I can figure out what
Yeah.
we're looking
Yeah.
at.
I just
Yeah,
figured
I'm
out.
just like, okay.
He knows what he's
I-
doing. He can have this.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
Lafdul should be writing this down because if Ockar dies, we won't get out.
Okay, this one is.
What
so
do you mean
did-
writing this?
so
I'm writing
were
it
we
down
say-
as an elemental
So
deduction.
was I right
summarising
there,
it.
Ald?
Yep.
Was I right? Okay, so this one I think has got to be ice. Yeah, that's air and that's water.
So you're moving onto that tile?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
fine.
he's moved.
Okay, mineral and that's salt, right?
All right,
Yeah.
at this point, I've stopped thinking. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
So mineral, that's
earth,
earth
and
and
positive.
positive, and salt that's water and negative. So that means we gotta go for the ooze.
All right. You are fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got one
And this
left.
one's mineral and ash. So that's fire and earth that's left. So I'm walking over here on the magma.
You are fine. You have gotten through to the end, and you can see after 10 more feet of just normal
Good job.
floor is the door. There is the door is essentially plain. I'll move you back to the other map in a moment. And right there in the center is the indentation matching all the previous doors.
Well done,
That
Ockar.
took a lot of mental math on my side.
Good job.
Yeah, good job, Ockar.
Well
Yeah.
done.
I imagine that's like Ockar's like he looks like I think it's this one. I think it's this one. I think it's this one.
Yeah,
And you
it's
just
everyone's
go.
trying to figure it out, but he just knows for some reason.
It's more of the player doing mental math and Ockar trusting in blind faith.
Yeah.
No, I
Tier-
understood what you were doing, but I couldn't figure it out unless I physically looked at it. I had a map with deductions in front of me. I can't do it in my head.
Ockar
Yeah.
was essentially he would after this he would probably say Tyr guided his feet.
Yeah, that's
probably being a
basically
paladin.
that's what Ockar says happened.
Okay, so you all pass through that corridor, and you have the door in front of you.
Put the key in.
Who's going to put the key in?
Oh,
I'll do
Braxon. All right, go on.
Higgimus is carrying the key, so
All right, Higgimus, you step up to the door and insert the key.
Yes.
All right, the door slides open, and you find yourself in a much larger hemispherical room.
all right.
Go ahead and reveal that in just a second.
I'm starting to wonder: is this like a straight line all the way through? Such a
You
big
remember my
line.
original comment, advanced puzzles and no dragons?
Right?
I need to take another potion, by the way.
Do you?
He took 10
Yes.
points of damage from the puzzle,
A lot. I took a lot of damage from that stuff.
or Ockar could lay on hands you.
Lay on hands is renewable. It would save me onto how much? No.
He does 14 right now with his lay on hands. So he'll
Would you
most-
be willing to lay on hands for? Well, I need 7, so
Well,
lay on
I can
hands
heal
is probably
your-
more use. That would be an overheal too much. I
yeah.
think.
True.
You might
I'll,
want to drink
I'll
one
use
of
a
your.
potion.
Yeah, use one of the temporaries.
That's what they're there for.
Braxon says, I'd be willing to hit you on the head a little bit if you if you want to take a bit more damage first.
That's no.
There you go.
Yeah, well, don't say I didn't offer.
Anyway,
Yeah,
hey, we got a split.
So, the door opens up, and you see ahead of you a hemispherical chamber. It is 90 feet wide and about 90 feet high. Again, the floor is slightly concave down to the center. And you can see that to the ahead of you, to the left and right on the far walls, are more of the doors. Another pair of doors.
What else?
Pair of doors.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
God,
have a
it's
choice.
Okay.
No one has entered the room yet, as far as I know, right?
No,
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to finish describing the room.
Okay. One last thing. The room itself, the chamber's walls are made up of enormous stone blocks of various sorts. There's no mosaics on the walls that you can see.
All right.
Okay. Is there any? What about the floor?
The floor is concave. Again, it's made of stone blocks, and there is a light hanging from the ceiling. Fairly dim, not quite as dim as those the first hallway, but not as bright as that last one that you were in.
All right.
Oh, Braxton will go in the room.
I'll fall behind.
Okay.
Yeldan's gonna be the last one in.
All right. You enter the chamber, and as you do, the center of the far wall changes, and a pair of large lips appear, and speaks out, "Two paths are open to you, one of the mind, one of the arm. Choose."
Did you get this from out of the elder?
Again, the voice was in Giff for Higgimus. That's what he heard. Braxon and Ockar heard Common. Leva, Yeldan, and Lafdul heard Elvish.
And Lava didn't understand it.
Yep.
One
Can
of the
somebody please
mind-
translate?
There are
Two
two
paths.
doors.
Two paths are open, one of the mind and one of the arm. I think the mind will be more mental puzzles, and the one of the arm will be us fighting things.
Yeah, I think we should have fighting one.
Yeah, that'll probably be more our strength. Even though I somehow got us through that last puzzle. Thank you, Tyr.
I will point out that it didn't actually specify which one was which.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We have to just randomly pick a door and hope it's the one we want.
Is there any pictures of the door?
Mm-mm.
Let me look at the doors and see if there's anything that could mark them as which.
Nope. The doors. You basically walk up to one, look at it, and then go over to the other one and look at it. And as far as you can tell, they are completely identical. The round key slot does appear on both doors.
Well.
We might have to do both. We might have to come back.
Well, right or left, people?
Do I detect anything if I try using detect evil intent on the doors?
You stand
Now you
and
lose XP.
focus on the doors, and no, you do not detect any evil intent coming from either the doors or coming from behind the doors.
Okay, I just thought maybe I'd be able to detect monsters or if there's some kind of something going on.
Maybe
Eeny,
a
meeny,
wolf.
miny, mo, catch
Maybe
a
a
tiger
wolf
by the
could,
toe. I choose the
Oh
left
yes, that's
door.
right. We brought the wolf, so I'm gonna have him sniff at the doors, see how he reacts.
He marks the door.
Please no.
He sniffs at the doors, and he doesn't seem to react in any way. You get him to sniff and see if he reacts, and he just sniffs at them and then kind of ignores them after that. They don't seem to bother him in any way. Nope.
Well, that didn't go how I wanted.
Tayan is not bothered by them at all. You just get
Pull on
messages back from him that they smell like stone.
Okay.
You hear Yeldan go, mighty mo, catch it. You know what? Screw this. I picked the left
I'm
one.
gonna take out a gold coin and say heads we go left, tails we go right, and then I'm gonna flip it.
Why don't we both try and open both doors at the same time?
Let's just go left.
We
We've
only
only got one
have
key.
one key, and I've already flipped the coin.
Braxton's
Yeah,
gonna
but we
hold
did-
up.
And Yeldan will point out we didn't agree on a coin flip though.
Oh,
It
sorry.
doesn't matter. Just pick a door at the end of the day.
Braxton's
Yes.
gonna hold up the stick of many buttons and close his eyes and say, "Stick of many buttons, point me at the correct door."
Can Lafdul use his ring to slightly nudge his staff to the left?
You want to do that?
I'm gonna try.
All right. So Braxon, you've closed your eyes. You're holding the rod, and it nudges slightly to the left.
Lafdul says everyone's never done.
Braxton said, "It turns to the left."
We'll go that way then.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
Does anybody notice Lafdul pointing his hand at Braxton?
I'll put the key into the left door.
I
If we all
wasn't trying to
die-
hide it.
If we all die, it's Lafdul's fault.
I think that's half. I think that's what we said. I think that's what we're thinking half the time.
Okay. So, Higgimus, you insert the key into the door. Is anyone looking at the other door while he's doing this?
I will. I'll look at the other door.
Okay. So Higgimus, you insert the key and it lights up slightly around the door. And with a scraping sound, the door opens. As it does, Ockar, the other door appears to disappear into the wall.
Oh, that can't be good.
No,
Oh.
it means we-
Goes our way.
So we've only got one choice now.
I
So
like
it
how
must have been
it's
the
like
right way.
magically disappearing doors.
Braxton says the other door must have been an illusion.
This dungeon must be magical in some way.
And
Yeldan
Higgimus,
just looks at Ockar and says, "Durr."
Higgimus, the door swings open. As it does, a great gust of wind blows out of this corridor into your face, affecting you
no.
all. And carried on this dust is this wind is scouring sand and dust. And you could see in this hallway, your vision is obscured down the corridor by great swirling clouds and of dust.
What's
Oh,
the
for now,
temperature?
Temperature seems fine.
Let's tie
I
each
have my
other
dust
off
devil.
here, so we don't get lost.
Yeah, rope.
We're out.
Does it look like it's a corridor still, though?
Yes, it's definitely a corridor.
We're not going to get lost. It's a straight line. We just have to fight against the wind. So we need to
okay.
cover our
So
faces.
does my full helm protect me from the the great helm that I'm wearing? Does that protect me from the dust?
You won't know until you go in.
How long is the corridor, Old?
You can't tell. You can see about 20 feet down there before whatever beyond that is obscured by dust.
Hey, Lever,
Hmm?
could you throw one of your sling stones down there? That way we know how far it is.
Are you kidding? That sling stone's going to come right back out.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Yeah, I throw one of my sling stones.
Just gauge how far it is. Maybe it's too far. As far as you can throw it. I mean, they're expendable.
Yes.
How strong is this wind?
Well, you haven't entered the corridor yet, but you're
Stonehouse.
looking down the corridor, and it seems to be blowing and swirling pretty strongly. Like
Y'all
this
that's
is
heading
none of
back-
you have experienced a dust storm, but this looks like descriptions you've heard of a dust storm. It is swirling
that-
out into the chamber, but not enough to affect you without entering it.
I still say we should put ropes on just so that. Yeah.
Yeldan is going to put back on the headpiece of the suit of the cold gear they had, because that would have been designed with snowstorms in mind. Because, and the dust storm was just a hot version of a snowstorm. Right.
Braxton says, "Hang on, I've got an idea." and puts his hand on the left wall and charges down the corridor.
Without being tied off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys see Braxon disappear into the swirling dust.
Why?
Never seen again.
Hold on.
See, this is why Old wanted Braxton's family details, because they're going to want to know where Braxton is.
Yeah, his effects need to be sent to his next of kin.
I am messaging you something, Braxon.
No shenanigans.
What happened to the bullet?
Okay, so you were slinging a sling bullet down there?
Yeah, that was supposed to happen before Braxton.
Okay, that's fine. I there was a comment about it was going to come back, so I wasn't actually sure that had happened. So you had done that before, and it just disappears into the swirling dust
Instantly, or
well, no, I mean you
you
swing it down, and it just goes down into the dust cloud. I mean,
okay,
Can't lose track of it. All right,
yeah,
let's
and
tie off everybody.
That's
and let's
gone.
Go after Braxton.
So you do lose that sling bullet.
That's
It's
okay.
gonna take a while for us to
Yeldan,
tie
after
off.
putting on the winter head, would have followed Braxton without being tied.
All right,
So,
let's tie off together, people, and let's go down after Braxton.
Are
Okay,
you
I've got a
stopping?
prowl
Hold
anyway,
on, Higgimus. Are you going to like put your hand on Yeldan's shoulder to prevent him from going down?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeldan, are you
Yeah.
going to acquiesce to tying?
Fine. He thinks it's unnecessary, but fine.
Okay.
I shout out to Braxton, you still alive?
Braxon cannot hear you, and if Braxon shouts
Oh.
back, you cannot hear him.
I wonder if that's a plane door. Can I do spellcraft to know if that's going into a different plane?
You can try. I'll tell you what you think out with the result.
I was gonna type a 1d20. I can just roll the thingy wherever it is.
So can Braxton do the thing he's trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to whisper something to you, and I don't know why it's not letting me.
Sorry.
That's
okay.
a failure. By 5. I failed by 5.
Like it literally will not let me click on your name to whisper to you, and I don't know why.
Oh, we'll use Discord then.
Yeah, but I want people. I want viewers to see.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
You don't click on your name. What you do is you do /W their name. And then...
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
was doing /WB, and
he
then
did
it pops
before.
up with the names, and it wouldn't let me click. I had to hit enter. I don't know why.
It worked before, but
Okay, so Lafdul, spellcraft. Yeah, you don't know. You're not familiar enough with planar travel to make a distinction
Not
to
yet.
determine.
Oh, would Leva know that?
You'd have to roll too.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a moment. Wrong place.
So let me
So,
know when we get tied off and we can start going down the hole.
Braxon, you were running at full speed down there?
yeah.
Okay.
Might take us a while to get to Braxton.
Leva, even though that shows it's a success, you don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow
Isn't it
after
-3?
Braxton to make sure it'll be okay.
What's the scope for?
We're trying to get tied off, and then we're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so Higgimus, you get everyone tied off. Let me find
fine.
out what order you're going in. So Higgimus
I
first.
don't mind.
Yeah, I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Who's
Well,
third?
I'm in
The rear,
Never.
then.
Leva goes third.
I'm fourth. Then.
Yeldan will bring up the rear.
Ockar, are you leaving Beowulf behind, or are you like holding on to? I'd assume he has a collar at this point. Like hold on to his collar.
I'm gonna hold on to his collar
Just
and
tie his collar around like a lead to your
yeah.
belt.
I'm gonna tie a rope from his
Oh,
collar to my
round.
belt to keep us together.
Okay. All right, so you get tied off. Braxon is going headlong. He has already gone headlong into that. Okay, let me.
Yeldan has facial protection. Just
Lafdul's got a cowl, but that's about
I'm
it.
gonna be wearing my great helm.
Yeldan's wearing the hood of the winter gear.
Yeah, I'm wearing my great helm to see if it'll protect me from the dust.
I'm gonna use those goggles that we had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can I wear the goggles underneath?
Yeah, could
the
we
great
wear the
helm?
goggles if we got the goggles?
You cannot wear the goggles underneath the great helm. The great helm is too big, and it's already impacting your vision. So no, you can't wear that. But anyone else who's not wearing a helmet can wear the goggles.
Okay.
Those
Although
are
you
sun
can't
goggles.
get-
Then
Those
I
are
will.
sun whatever.
Yeah, but they may still offer some protection. You know, I mean, they
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get in your eyes, you're not blinded. So
Wait, can I put the goggles on Beowulf?
no. No.
They're not designed for
Yeah.
wolves.
I think a wolf might object to what you're doing.
Probably. So in that case, I'm gonna go in wearing my helm.
Okay. How fast are you traveling down
Braxon ran
the
in,
hall?
so-
Yeah, well, Higgimus is
Me?
going at least Higgimus speed.
Yeah,
My
taking
speed.
the speed.
Right, but
Think
so
of it-
you're going at full speed as opposed to slower.
Yeah.
A walking pace, I guess, or whatever that's.
Okay.
I'm
You
not running.
right. So you enter the corridor, and actually, I need another one. Okay, Higgimus, 4 points of damage as the sand and wind scours you.
Oh god!
Ow.
If only my aura of comfort.
6 points of damage to Ockar. 6 points of damage to Beowulf. 6 points of damage to Leva. 5 points of damage to Lafdul, and 6 points of damage to Yeldan.
Wow.
How much did Braxon
Ow!
take?
You won't know until you find Braxon.
And then it turns out we lost Braxon forever.
No, Braxon might have had the right idea and just ran on ahead, but we don't know.
Well, Higgimus is gonna slow us down. That's fair.
Oh, you remember to thank Higgimus when he's saving our ass one day.
All right, let's see.
Well, no, I was
So-
just pointing that out for.
On the bright
Yeah.
side, when we're on the other side of the planet, we won't need the rope.
Not until a dust storm kicks up if we're in the middle of a bloody sandstorm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sandstorm on the other side.
Give me just a second to figure something out.
Oh, if only Lafdul was like high level, we could have like control weather or something.
Braxon, what's your movement rate?
Movement rate.
Aren't you running? Because it's like double.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I just need to figure out what this is going to be.
Movement rate.
No, I'm
Oh, I see.
right.
It's 12.
Is that with encumbrance?
No. I mean, the sand's going to be encumbrance, isn't it? That's
Well,
the base.
I want to know. I mean, with all of your equipment that you're carrying, what your movement rate is?
Moderate light encumbrance is 8. Moderate encumbrance is 6.
Are you at moderate encumbrance?
Well, he would have left some stuff behind.
On the sled, yeah.
You said it. You said we were moderately encumbered if we hadn't figured our stuff out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll stay with moderate encumbrance.
Okay. I mean, if you want to specifically say that you would have. Now, I want to say that I assume that the sled has been left back at the entrance, like just inside, kind of thing, because it doesn't really go over stone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of spare things there. So if you want to say that you would have specifically gone as light as possible, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why he left his armors behind and stuff.
Okay. All right. Then the rest of the party has entered, and let me see something real fast.
So this was a strength test.
No, this is endurance.
Wow. the muscle, whatever that meant to represent.
Yeah, the strength of the arm. Of arms.
Okay, so I have sent Braxon a message.
Okay.
You will. The answer to your previous question is nothing yet. Okay, so the rest of the party, you are pushing your way through the this blowing, painful sand. It seems to not just does it like scour at you, but it also seems to sap your strength as you're going. So that's part of what this damage is. Continuing on, Higgimus, 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Ockar, 3 points of damage. Beelmulf, 3 points of damage. Leva, 1 point of damage. Lafdul, 5 points of damage.
Oh,
And Yeldan, 2 points of damage. Now, at about that point, you can see, like 10 feet ahead of you, kind of thing. And at that point, you do find Braxon. He is apparently fallen down. He seems trapped in strands of dust, is the best as you can describe it. He's squirming, trying to extricate himself, but has not succeeded.
I will go to him and try to pull him out of it.
Okay.
Wouldn't it make more sense for him to use his rope to attach to us? He's got his magical rope.
No, Higgimus said what he said. So.
So, Higgimus, you try to free him, but you're just your hands just kind of get chafed and scratched by this dust. It doesn't seem to, like, pulling at it doesn't seem to make any difference.
Pulling at him?
Well, pulling at the
Well,
strands of dust. They're like string almost is what it looks like. But they're
I'm going to go in and I'm
Don't
going to
forget your
start.
order.
Yeah, I'm going to
You'll
hand
second,
my
actually.
sword up to Higgimus and tell him to cut at the strands.
He's got his own sword.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has his own
I
sword.
pass on that, and then I'll just swing down and try to cut the strands with my great.
okay. It's very strange. Your sword just seems to skitter off of it.
All right, can I try? Am I able to do anything?
I mean, yeah, people can come up and there's enough slack on the
because
rope.
I
that you
will
can-
try with a code
Yeah.
effect on my dagger.
Okay.
I enlarge Braxon.
Can he cast spells here?
No,
We'll
because
find out.
you're constantly taking damage. It would disrupt your
You'd be-
spellcasting.
Unless it's an
Okay.
instant or something.
Pity.
Well, no, it's every round. So she's taking damage every round. So it's,
Oh, well, seeing a
What
save.
music?
Cool.
Code effect. Does that do anything?
no, your dagger just seems to slide right off of it as well.
Can I try the fire effect?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
Water.
We-
Higgimus has got a water ring.
All right,
Yeah, that's the point.
Braxon, you take 4 points of damage.
Another 4.
Yep.
Lovely.
Higgimus, you take 5.
Ow.
Ockar, 5. Beelmulf, 4. Leva, 5. Lafdul, 5. And Yeldan, 6.
Can I use lay on hands?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that on Beowulf.
How much do I take? I take 6.
Yes.
So is Braxon not able to move at all?
No,
Guys.
you're entangled by something.
Guys, we might have to go to the very end and put the key in to save Braxon.
Hang on.
Yeah,
If we-
Braxton shouts to Higgimus, "Keep going! Get to the end. That'll stop it."
Laughter would.
All right.
I've got a potion of gaseous form. That'll get him out of it. It should do. But he
And then
will be
get
blown
blown.
around all over the place.
I'm gonna point to Higgimus. You could try water on it.
Yeah, try the water ring.
Sand.
If the water ring doesn't work, we have to keep moving. We're gonna die
Alright,
out here.
I'll try to. I'll create water, splashing, I guess, around Braxon.
And Yeldan will also.
Why not just
Oh
chuck
wait,
it on Braxon?
hang on. Couldn't you just? Oh, are you saying you've already done that?
Well, what? Make it quick. Come up with an
Wall of
idea.
ice. Wall of an ice to make a temporary shelter for us to hide behind. If
Okay.
it's applicable. So
Are we
got
still
time
in
to
this
think
corridor?
about it.
Yeah, you're still in the corridor. You can see the walls. The walls are very glassy. Like they're stone, but they've been scoured smooth and almost polished, like polished marble, except they're granite. So polished granite.
All right.
Sorry.
Then yeah, up in front of us, I will seal out the corridor with the wall of ice.
It's swirling all around you, front and back.
It's swirling all around us, so putting it in front of us won't help.
Well, I mean, walling off the corridor. Can I not wall off the whole corridor with the
You
ice?
can.
wall?
Can you make a dome around us? Is what I think he means to protect us for a bit.
You need to cover off enough to.
This
give
is a
us some
hallway,
relief.
right?
It is a hallway.
How wide is this hallway?
It's only 10 feet wide, but you don't think that it's coming from the far end so much as everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, if
okay.
it's everywhere, then the wall won't help at all.
Well, I mean, it may still
It
help.
might lessen it.
It may still help. You don't know. It's just that if you just make a wall right in front of you, it's still coming from back.
Oh, it's coming from the back of us too. Okay.
And
I guess
possibly from the
dome
floor.
around us then, or as best of a dome as I can make around it.
Okay, you're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. That does block out the scouring sand, although you can hear it,
Shredding the wall.
pitting that against the sand. You're not sure how long it'll last. It may last for the full amount of time, but it may end sooner. You don't know yet.
Okay.
Alright, can I cast spells?
Yes, now you can cast spells.
Alright,
Leva said that she's taking the potion, so go ahead and roll for that.
I'm
Leva.
going to cast a spell magic on Braxon on the thing that's attached to him.
Can Braxton move now or no?
No, he's still entangled by these strands of dust.
I'm going to attempt to spell it, but Showbrill, 1d20.
Yes.
I think higher is better. Oh god.
Doesn't
I think
seem to do
low's
anything.
terrible. Yeah. Alright, how goes that spell? Alright, I'm gonna drink a temporary healing potion. Oh no, I don't.
Feed him the gaseous form potion.
Braxton's gonna try and hit the thing that's entangled him.
With what?
He's gonna press the. He'll use the stick of many buttons thing that sucks life out of things. So no buttons.
Okay, but you're entangled in strands of dust. Not a living thing as far as you know.
Right.
I can enlarge him now.
Could enlarge him now, if you want.
Actually, there's something
Yes.
we've not actually tried experimenting. I was thinking of turn him into a gaseous form and put him inside one of our bag of holdings. I'm not even joking, that is feasible.
and then you'll die and Braxton sits in a bag of holding forever.
Until his air runs out.
Okay, let's do that. That seems like a sensible plan.
Well,
It
Braxton was thinking about using his rod. I mean, you can still try to do that thing that you were you wanted to do. Do you still want to do that? Touch
What
it with
Braxton was trying to do?
touch it with the rod.
Yeah,
try
he's
to
gonna
drain
try
life.
try and hit it.
Well, are you trying to hit it or touch it? Because you just need to touch to drain life.
Oh, right, touch it.
Okay, it doesn't do anything.
Right, okay.
I'm
Then
gonna.
he's
It looks like ribbons, right? And it looks like he's just tangled up in it, right?
It reminds you of spiderweb, except it seems to be made of dust, not like it doesn't look like dust is on strands. It looks like it's actually strands of dust that have somehow collected together.
Braxton's
water
gonna
Something
Braxton's
sticking
gonna
to him like a magnet.
hit the fire button and say, right, let's see how fire does against dust.
All right.
Well,
so
no,
you're-
I did a fire with my dagger.
Yeah, I mean, you felt Lafdul trying to cut it with his dagger.
Fire and the ice.
Try the gaseous form potion.
Or
Yup.
it's like, listen to me. It's like a spider's web.
If it's a spider's web, you can get out with the gaseous form potion.
Yeah, I'm willing
Yes,
to do it.
but he's gonna get blown away.
Well, that's why he wants to
That's
hide
why we have the
inside a
dome.
bag of
That's why
holding.
we have the dome right now, and then we can put him in a bag of holding before the dome breaks.
Hopefully. Although anything metal on his bag of holding might instantly start deteriorating.
That's the downside, but we gotta
Yeah,
do something.
hold on. It's
Although
gonna
he
mess
isn't a
up with his
gaseous-
atmosphere.
No, but he's in a gaseous form.
So
He
Yeldan's
doesn't
gonna
technically
try
have metal
touching
equipment.
one of his arrows out, and he's gonna try touching one of the webs with the arrow to see if the strands, see if his arrow sticks to it.
Which arrow? Just a regular arrow?
Just a regular arrow.
It doesn't seem to stick. It
So it's
seems
not
like it's
sticky?
wrapped around Braxon.
Okay.
So dumping
Yeldan's
water
looking
on
at
it
it.
didn't do anything.
Yeldan's gonna take the next step and grab one of the strands with his hand. Can he grab them with his hand?
All right, hold on. So Higgimus, I wasn't actually sure whether you were doing that. You are gonna create water and dump it on Braxon.
Yes.
Okay.
Try to hit as many of those strands as I can with
Yeah.
it.
Just say hold your breath.
You now have a very soaking wet Braxon on your hands, and it didn't seem to make any difference.
Yeah.
I enlarge him.
I've got acid.
Yeldan.
Um,
I said Yeldan's gonna try to
Leva,
grab one of the
hold
strands.
on.
with his-
Leva, there is not enough space in here to enlarge him.
Oh.
Okay.
Because
Oh, don't we have a
Higgimus
potion
made
of-
a dome, and this is kind of like, pushed you in all pretty close together to protect you as much as possible from this.
All right, hang on. I've
scouring
got the
web.
opposite. I've got a potion of diminution, or however you pronounce it. One that makes you smaller.
Feed it to him. Feed it to him.
Can you guys let me do my thing?
Yeah, no, all right. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeldan's gonna try to grab one of the strands to see if he can grab it. and
Well,
Angle him.
Higgimus did try pulling at the strands with his hands, and it just seemed to chafe and tear at his flesh. Not enough to do any damage yet, but it's definitely painful.
What was this
Oh.
test? It's a test of strength, isn't it?
Said one of mind,
Or
one of
mind.
arm.
Yeah, it's a test of arms. It's going to rip off one of Braxton's arms and then let us past.
Feed him the diminutive potion, and then we can keep going.
All right, I've got that potion. Do you want to try that?
I mean, it's up to Braxton
well,
whether he drinks it or not.
Bearing in mind, if I give him this potion, there's a chance it might backfire if we tried to give him the gaseous form. This if it fails, because he would have drank 2 potions.
We gotta do something, unless we leave him here and go for the door.
All right. I cast Dispel Magic on him.
I already dispelled it. And
No,
failed.
on those strands.
Oh,
Okay.
might work with you.
Let's try that.
Okay, roll it.
Hold on. I need to roll for potential wild search. Okay.
Wild search that kills the party.
Go ahead and roll 1d20.
High is better. Is this heat damage, by the way?
You got that? Oh, come on!
It has
Thing
no
is, his
effect.
hair's get-
No, it's not heat damage.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
we gotta do something. Feed him to the gaseous form. We know that'll work.
Well, but he has to agree
Do
to
we?
take it.
Yeah, give me.
Anyway, Ockar, where do we know from that it will work?
It'll get him out of the strands, at least.
Well, give me the gaseous form. I'll give it a
All
go.
right. Can I briefly strip him of anything extremely valuable?
He's
all tied
wearing magical
No,
armor
rings.
and
No, rings and like a sword.
I
Basically,
mean,
stuff that I can grab off of him. Because the plan is we try to put him inside the bag of holding.
Why not one of your
that's
little pockets?
up to. I mean, that you need to
Because
talk
it's
to.
the only bag big enough.
You need to talk to Braxon about what he's got, what he can quickly give you, and stuff like that.
Well,
So-
no, I'm just going for like what I can grab off.
I don't know
So-
exactly what he has offhand. I mean, I'd have to look that up.
I know he's got rings. Rings and a
Yeah.
belt.
He's got
Which-
the rings. He's got
Scabbard.
his armor. He's got his This
The helmet.
yeah.
Which bag of holding are you talking about, by the way?
Your bag of thingy. I keep calling it holding, but it's
So
not.
that's
Yeah,
been
you
turned.
realize that already has 98 pounds in it, and I have
Oh.
no
Yeah,
idea
that
how
Yeah, but he's in a
heavy it can-
gaseous form. He technically doesn't weigh anything.
No, I don't think it works that way. Why can't Braxton just retreat
Yeah.
if he, in a gaseous form back to the last room?
Oh, you can do if you want.
Yeah, that's an idea.
You can
Try
try.
that.
I will give him the potion of gaseous form
Or go forwards.
if he
If he
takes
get-
it.
Yeah, Braxton will drink the potion.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll
That potion,
at least get you out of the threads, and then we can keep advancing.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
this
you are
works.
going to take the gaseous form potion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That will last for that long. All right. So, Braxon, you imbibe the potion. So whoever has that can mark that off.
Yeah. I've taken
And your body quickly changes into little more than pure gas.
I want the vial though.
Yeah.
Glass.
Are you able to get out of there now, Braxon?
So once he becomes a gas, the strands binding him just seem to disintegrate into swirling motes of dust, and then they settle to the ground as nothing since you're out of the cloud.
So the vial that Braxton's holding, does that become dust as gas as well?
I took
No,
it back.
that would actually
I
drop to the
fed
ground.
it to you.
Right.
Oh, well, if he fed it to you, then it's
Yeah,
fine in his
I'm.
hand.
Yeah.
I imagine his arms.
I assume he's held up, so he can't actually do anything. So
He could still move his arms and stuff. He wasn't, like,
Oh,
fully...
yeah. Well, I'm
wrapped
close
up.
enough to grab it off him when he starts changing into a gas.
Yeah, see, you've got it. That's fine.
In that case, can Braxton try and finish what he started?
You're currently completely encased in a dome of ice against the wall.
Can he not
Well-
just go straight through that?
No, you can't go through ice. You'd have to find a crack and seep through that. And the nature of the
Fair
spell
enough.
would create
Speaking
a
of,
pretty good...
is how
barrier.
much longer is that dome starting to crack?
It doesn't have any cracks, and since you can't see outside, you don't know if it's being worn away.
Okay, Lafdul, you got healing spells, right?
No, you've got the temporary healing potion, so use them.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I'll use one.
Although I might actually have to use a proper healing potion.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal. I already healed my wolf, so he's okay for now.
I'm going to use a scroll to cure light wounds on myself.
Okay.
Is 8th level, 10% chance to fail.
Braxton says to the others, "Can they hear him?"
Nope.
Ah, right. He does, and then he just opens and shuts his mouth.
You're
And
basically
nobody
a
accepts-
cloud. You're not like yourself in made of gas. You're now a cloud.
Oh, cool.
Braxon the Cloud.
And Lafdul, the spell worked.
Yay. Alright, 22 now.
In that case, Braxton will wander lonely.
Well, I mean, you all are still behind this dome of ice.
Is there a way to dispel the dome of ice once we're ready?
Maybe. I don't know.
Try your ring once we're all good.
Hang on, could we... Is there a way for us to contain Braxon?
Can you think of any way to contain him?
I've got like a large vial, but I don't know if you can fit in that. It was a decanter, whatever that thing was in.
We called it a decanter, but it wasn't a
It's
decanter.
a large glass bottle. Can you fit in that?
It was a large flask.
I mean, I won't seal it because obviously it needs air. I mean, I'll cover it up best I can. I'll tuck it within me somewhere.
I mean, Braxon, you can't speak, but you can hear and understand what other people are saying. So if you want to speak,
I mean, I hold it out. I point it out.
All right.
I mean, either it
Oh.
goes in or it doesn't.
I have a provisions bag.
Yeah, but it needs to be airtight within reason. I mean, I'm not going to seal it. I'm not going to
Keeps the
suffocate it.
smells out.
So wait,
The provision bag would definitely be larger. Do you want to offer that instead?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to Braxon whether he goes into one of these things or not. I haven't heard him
He
say
could
that
be a
he
genie in a bottle.
went in.
there's the one downside. How long does the gaseous form last?
I don't know, about 10 minutes.
Because depending on what we put him in,
Yeah,
something
but
messy
we're
could
planning
happen.
on not staying out here for very long. We can't be that much further.
So, Braxon, are you going into one of these containers that are being offered to you? If
You
you're,
can't
you
say
might be
anything. You
muted.
just either.
No, but
either
he can
deal with them.
still tell me in character. I mean, like,
Oh.
yes, I will try and flow into that thing and see if it can contain me. I haven't heard anything from him. I don't know if he's muted or what.
Oh, he's muted now.
Okay, you might need to disconnect and reconnect then, because if you are trying to talk, I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh?
Okay, never mind. I'll tell you later. So Braxon will swim into the bag because he figures it cause less damage to explode out of a bag than explode out of a glass jar.
Okay. It is very, very uncomfortable, which is a very odd sensation because you've never been gassed before. But yes, it does appear that you can fit yourself entirely in that provision bag.
Okay.
Okay. You gonna wait until the wall disappears, or you can try to get rid of it?
I would say. No,
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
has
that's
everyone
a
been
good question.
using up the temporary healing potions?
I've used up mine.
Everyone apart from me had one originally when they made them today.
I think we all
Leva
used them.
Yeah, Leva already used hers. I know
Leva's
that.
drank his, Higgimus has drank his. I don't know if Ockar or. Well, Braxon obviously can't use his.
Yeah, Braxton's the only one with one left. I drank mine.
Did Yeldan drink his? Because he's at half-life almost.
Yelled.
Yeldan?
No, I
Yeldan.
haven't.
Okay.
And I'm not anywhere near. I might be near half-life, but I'm not half-life.
All right, it's up to you. I'm just making the offer there because I'm not going to be able to heal you.
Mm,
Might be a good idea because you might not be able to drink it while we're moving.
Yeah,
I,
and you'll be standing still to drink it.
let me actually check something. To how low? Actually, now I'm low because I go, wow, I'm actually quite low.
That's why I was saying. I'm not trying to insinuate something.
Derp.
Yeah, he'll use the temporary healing potion first.
All right, so everyone apart from Braxton's used this. So I'm updating my notes or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this, I think we entered the one of arms because I doubt this is a puzzle.
Could be.
Could be a puzzle.
Get through this room without dying. That's your puzzle. Good luck.
Let's go.
Okay, everyone's ready. How do you want to handle the wall?
Command it to shatter. Wait, no.
I'll try
No.
to hold my ring out and say, "All right, dismiss wall." And
pull
think
into
about
ring.
dismissing the wall or it cracking, something along that lines.
Okay.
Yeldan braces himself for impact.
Yeah, I'm bracing myself. I'm like crouching down slightly.
I'm holding my shield up in front of my
Yeah,
face.
I've got
as
my
I
shield
crouch.
out in front of my face.
the wall does indeed evaporate, disintegrate, something like that. It does disappear, and you are blasted with scouring wind, but I will wait until you get moving again before I do more damage.
Let's start
Thanks.
moving.
Yeah, let's kick up the pace as fast as we're able.
All right, so
Yeah.
you want to run down the hall?
As fast as
Yeah.
Higgimus is willing to take us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, is
Like
that
a trot, not a full blown run.
okay? All right, you
I'm gonna keep an eye out for the strands that had tangled up Braxon.
okay?
If we're all going behind Higgimus, we should be fine.
Mhm.
Well, Higgimus might not be fine though.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so you pick up the pace and get going. Start pushing your way through this swirling dust storm. And let's see. I guess I don't need one of these dice because Braxon is now in a bag.
Did you
Braxton's a bag of wind.
Yeah.
He's a wind bag.
I'm a windbag. Yeah.
Wasn't that something in what was it? The Odyssey or whatever?
Yeah.
Somebody had a bag of wind in Greek mythology.
People might want to check what potions they've got on them.
Braxon,
I'm a bag of wind.
I mean, not Braxon.
Whoopee.
Higgimus, 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Ockar, 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Beowulf, 3 points of damage.
Oh, good. The wolf is fine.
Leva, 2 points of damage. Lafdul, 3 points of damage. And Yeldan, 5 points of damage.
So I took 6?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're pushing your way through this dust storm. And going as quickly as you can down the corridor, or at least picking up the pace more. Higgimus, you do see as you're pushing your way through the this dust, you do see what you think are some filamenty wisps of dust, and you quickly pull everyone to the side to get around it.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I tried to avoid those.
Okay. And continuing on, Higgimus, you take 6 points of damage. Ockar, 6 points of damage.
It's a war of attrition.
Oh, God.
Beowulf, 2 points of damage.
I feel sorry for Leva. Leva's dead points.
Leva, 3 points of damage. Lafdul, 3 points of damage. And Yeldan, 5 points of damage.
We're going to need the rest once we're out of here because, oh, God.
Yeah. Even when I do heal people back up, I'm going to need rest for further healing.
Pushing through further, Higgimus, you do see the door ahead of you.
Get to the door.
Yay.
The
I'm
Holy
gonna
Grail.
move to the door, but I'm gonna keep a close eye out for more of the stupid filament thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do not see any more making your way through there. And you get to the door. You do see the round slot in the door.
Shove the key in.
Any other like items or anything that, or not items, but any other things of note around that?
Nope, the door is completely unadorned. Although it has been scoured smooth by the dust.
Yeah, hopefully
Alright.
we don't end up being scoured, admiring the door.
Yeah,
Shove the key in.
I will use the key.
Okay.
Have you ever been like outside your house banging on the door trying to get in because it's like pouring down? That's what it's like.
This
at the
is
moment.
worse.
Well, last thing I wanted to do is put the key in there, and that requires us to do something.
So you put
Like
the key in,
It'd be that cruel.
and it lights up, and with a great grinding sound that you can hear even over the howling of this wind, it does swing open into another hemispherical chamber. However, as the door slowly opens, Higgimus, you take 5 points of damage. Ockar,
great.
5 points of
Retrieve
damage.
the key.
Beowulf, 3 points of damage. Leva, 2 points of damage. Lafdul, 5 points of damage. And Yeldan, 2 points of damage. But with the door open, you do get into a hemispherical chamber, and it almost feels like you pass through some sort of membrane or something, because unlike the previous chamber, there is no swirling of sand coming out into this chamber as you get into it.
That had to be another dimension or another plane.
That sucked.
Yeah, it was not the best.
All right, release Braxon. Seize the gas.
Release
Yeah,
the Kraken. Release
It
the
did suck,
Braxon.
it blew. Yeah.
Unleash Braxon.
Once
Braxon,
we
I
get
choose
settled
you.
down a little bit, I will take a look at
I
this.
summoned the Braxon in attack mode.
Okay, so the chamber is 90 feet wide and high again. And the floor is, again, slightly concave. Now, this room is made of stones that are light blue, so it's like a granite or something like that. It's light blue with white swirls, or maybe it's marble. You know, none of you are really familiar with stone very well. And you can see a door basically on your right as you come in, and most of the far wall is unadorned by anything that you can see.
I take it the way behind us is still full of dust. Didn't go away after we go through the door.
Correct.
We need to find another path through there. We don't want to go back through there.
What the this room look like?
So it's a hemispherical chamber. All the walls are made of blue stone, and you can see another one of the arched doors to your right.
Oh no, I meant the one we were in before the dust area.
Oh, that was all gray stone.
Gray stone.
None of you guys. I mean, if you had a dwarf with you, they might be able to tell you what the stone is. Although you could pretty clearly tell that it was different stones making up the walls. Like it wasn't even color.
What does the inside of Higgimus's sack look like?
It's very dark. It's very dark.
Well, I let him out.
Okay.
Okay.
It's awfully
And
kind of you.
since I assume you guys are gonna settle in for a rest or something like that, this is gonna be a good time to end the session.
Yeah.
I've got my notes in the Discord for what I'm writing in the book.
Okay.
Describing the adventure so far.
How we almost died to dust. God.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That would not have.
Braxon. That was a 500 gold potion I wasted on you.
That would not have been an honorable death in any way.
Braxon will fly around the other members of the party.
Okay.
Nobody breathe them in. We don't want Braxon in our systems.
Let me calculate
He can
out
hear you. He'll
the
try teasing you with
experience.
The
Higgimus,
reward for finishing
Higgimus,
all these puzzles in the end is going to be destroying this planet.
850 experience points, Higgimus.
Oh, that would be funny.
850 experience points for Braxon.
Thank you.
700 experience points for Yeldan.
Yay, that's because I solved one of the puzzles.
600 experience points for Leva. 550 for Lafdul. And I need to do quite a bit of addition for Ockar here. Hold on a second.
Because I kind of blew through one of the puzzles.
You had like 90%.
Yeah, I was trying to do the puzzle as well because I wanted some of that XP that Ald was talking about.
No, I was like, he's figured this out. He can have it.
Yeah, well,
he was doing it so fast. He was solving it so fast. It was like, well,
yeah. Some puzzles just click with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured the first step out, but
Ockar, 1,800 experience points.
Oh, congrats!
Oh, nice.
Well done.
Very nice.
You definitely earned it. So.
Congratulations.
This is why I wanted to also do the puzzle side. I was hoping that we were going down the puzzle side, but that didn't seem the case because there would have been more XP in it.
That was very good.
All right, so you guys will settle in for a bit of a rest, recovery after that.
Yeah, we really need it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So do we gain 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone will gain 1 hit point, and then of course spellcasters can gain new spells for the next day.
What do you mean new spells?
Well, you're going to rememorize your stuff if you're resting.
Yeah.
All right, so when we come back next time, we will see what else this complex holds has in store for the party. I hope you guys enjoyed playing, and I hope everyone enjoyed watching. And we'll be back next Saturday. See you then, everyone.
Oh, have a good
Thanks
Christmas.
for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Christmas.
Yep, Merry Christmas to you, and Happy Holidays.
Or Yule, or whatever holiday you celebrate.